Hi there, I'm Jesse the blacksmith. In the last video I told y'all I was going to make some roses. And if I'd have had a good computer that would have done it, I could have made it in front of y'all. But it takes a long time to do that. And these things are heavy. Now these are the roses I made right here. You got them? Okay, now I'm going to put these back. I'm not going to do no forging today. And I'll tell you why. First off, let me show you. Well, the reason I'm not is I don't have no Coke. I got to find a newer supplier of Coke, I guess, because I tried to get in touch with my old supplier. He's another blacksmith, and he's a real good fella. And he's a pretty good blacksmith, too. But I guess he may have only bought enough Coke for himself. There's a reason for it. I don't know what it is, but that's okay. Because like I say, he's a nice guy. Okay, now first off, right here is my anvil. Now, y'all seen that before, but what you don't know is when I got this anvil right here, and right here was the only thing on that anvil. The rest of it didn't have anything on it. It was all beaten down low and everything else. So I took some hammer iron rods. I'm a pipe welder. And I put this all in here. Now it was down to nothing here. And I built it up. Now I built it up twice. And I think I really need to build it up a little bit higher, to be honest about it. But it works. It works good. It's a good anvil. This is a hammer I use. I used to have quite a bit of hammers and quite a bit of tongs. But when I was on another job, far off, my housemate was taking care of my house while I was gone. And he did a pretty good job of taking care of my house. He took care of all of my hammers, took care of a lot of my stuff, and a lot of my tongs and stuff like that. I don't know where he took them to, but he took care of them, I know that. I wished I had them back, but I don't. So I'm going to have to make some more tongs and stuff like that. But that's beside the point. At least he made sure the house didn't get damaged, and that's what's more important. Oh, he did put a satellite on my house too, in my name. I don't need one, but he put it there. Okay, this here is my vise. As you can see, it moves. I haven't got it tore down or anything. I've got to go to the steel yard and get some steel for it and figure out where I want to put it. Over here, I've got a little air compressor. Works pretty good. And I've got a chop saw over here that I cut my material out with. And I'm going to be making furniture from now on for quite a while. And of course, this is my anvil, a small anvil. And this kind of shows you what my shop looks like. Now over here, this right here, this is a ribbon forge. I like it, but I've got to put a better ribbon in it. I've got a little bitty ribbon in there, and it does really good, but it don't get as hot as I want it to do because it's too big a forge for the little ribbon. So I'm gonna make another ribbon. It's no big deal, I can do it. Now, I invested in this kind of forge, which I've never used in my life. Cost me, I think, 80 bucks. It's a Mr. Volcano. Now it does work. And I gotta say one thing, this right here is pretty good, and it's nice to have it in stainless. But the truth is, I don't really know much about how to use one of these. And when you don't know how to use one of these, you can't say it's great, and you can't criticize it neither. So I'm in the learning process on this. Now, I built this here forge here, and boy does it work good with coke in it. Now, I'm gonna change and we're gonna show over here at my power hammer. Now, I had to rebuild that. When I first got the power hammer, it come out of a blacksmith shop, and the man that got it had got it out of another blacksmith shop in Belton. And he had quit blacksmithing for a while. He had some nice stuff in there I'd love to have. But I couldn't afford it. And I sold this and I bought it on time. In other words, on layaway. And it worked good for a while. And I got a motor on it and it worked good for a while. And then I was gone for a long, long time. And when I come back, it wouldn't work at all. So I had to tear it down and fix it. And now there's something wrong with it. I don't know exactly what it is, but if any of you blacksmiths out here knows about this, I'm going to pose a question to you. And maybe you'll answer me, and I hope you do, because I would tell you all. It won't, I have to turn it off to make it stop. It don't hammer as hard as it used to. Now, I know in my own mind that the stuff I put in there is still good. I think the reason it don't hammer as good, the motor's getting wore down. We've had that motor for a long time. It's not as strong as it used to be. And I'm gonna put another motor on it. But I don't know why it won't stop, because when you let off the foot feet, or the foot pedal, whatever you call it, it goes all the way back like it's supposed to. But it still won't stop. Now, over here, where this ladder is, behind the ladder, I've got a weed eater, that's true enough. And I've got, behind it, I've got a brake. And I have bent a lot of metal with that, and I have done a lot of things with it. But the spring broke. And now I've got to put some new springs on that. But that's not a big deal, because I know how to do it. Just haven't got around to it. Now, on beside the brake in that box, I've got a plasma arc. Now, that plasma arc was made in China. And about a $120 plasma arc or whatever it is. It's a great it works good. I'm not going to tell you it don't, because it really does. And it's not as good as maybe a Lincoln would be, or a Hobart, or something like that. And let me check something out here. It's just not working right. These lights burn out so easy, and they shouldn't. They really shouldn't burn out like that. So I've only got one light working. So that means I gotta buy another one. Doggone, I tell you, I don't know what to do about it. But anyway, that's what I gotta do. And I really enjoyed talking to y'all. I've got a lot of work to do on this shop. I need a lot of more equipment. It's just a small shop, but I like it. And anyway, that's a small tour of a small shop. And so I'm going to say, let the good Lord bless and keep you. Let's do meet again. Thank you very much. Bye. And coming right back to you again, I have a lot of things I made that I'm selling in eBay. And really haven't sold much in eBay. But most of the things I make, like my S-hooks and stuff like that, I make it around the horn. I don't have a jig. I got it. Well, I do have a jig, but I just like doing it around the horn. And they come out a little different each time, but that makes them individually yours. They're all basically look alike, but there's just little similarities, difference. And anyway, that's about it. I thank you very much.